So just a small recap of what we covered in this three-part video series. I'm going to continue with this third one. So this is the final video. So we covered in the first video things to do with time. How much time do you really have to make a change if you don't like the results that you want? That was actually one of the things we looked at. And then we looked at if you depending on the vehicle you choose for your money, if you're going to work in a triangle, which is the institution that you work in, if you want to increase the amount of money you earn, if you're going to work in a triangle, which is the structure of most of the organizations, it's always capped by the income of the person who is at the top, meaning that you can actually switch jobs, maintain the same skill set, but then the skill set is valued differently in a different institution, meaning quote unquote triangle. So we looked at that, and then the idea that we spent a lot of time on was cash flow quadrant for which is the structure from the Kiyosaki book, which is Richard Pourdain and cash flow quadrant. So we looked at that as one of the things you can look at. So most of us start as employed, go to self-employed, where you actually earn active income, meaning for you to earn money as employed or self-employed, you have to swap your time. You basically exchange the money you earn for the time. Then the people who decide to get out of that phase and choose to move to passive income, you either do a business or you do investment. And then to cap this off the whole way is this is what I realized at the end of the day. People who are employed try their arm out on investment. I know everybody has tried investment at a time. People who are employed also try it on business and investment. People who do business also eventually end up investing. People who are self-employed sometimes have to grow into a business as well, and then employ people who are going to work under them if they're to move to become a business, and they're able to leverage other people's time. Still, a person who is on the business side is going to try investment because there comes a point in time when the job is to grow the money, right? So at the end of the day, this is what I said with the end of this class. Whatever you do, you're going to end up on the investment side. So the question becomes, when do you start to learn about investment? Do you wait to go through the whole cash flow quadrant to be an investor for you to know about investment? Or do you start now, and then depending on your personality, which we covered in one of the areas as well, personality, who you are, meaning that if you're very slow on investment options and taking those things in consideration, guess what? You can start with a low risk profile. Okay, so those are the things I did cover, and like I said, you're gonna end up investing anyway. So when's the best time to learn? You start learning now. Then what you do is just take calculated investment risk according to the profile and the amount of information you have. Other than that, which is also another thing which you won't learn about investing if you decide to just give somebody your money to invest on your behalf. You will not learn. But you can start with that, with things like small bills and bonds, just to understand investment. And then you'll find that along the way, you're going to find, I think the biggest game that I've seen being played is private equity, which is still investment, meaning someone comes in to a business to buy the business to make the business better. But at that point, they're buying systems and even the stuff that are actually in, and then maybe they can do like share, maybe they can take like some equity in the business and stuff like that. That's a whole other ball game. The whole thing is this: these money games that are being played, and how much you know about them is dependent on how exposed you are to those money games anyway. So that is the end of my three-part video, and like I said, you're all gonna end up trying the investment route. So the best time to start is now. Just learn about yourself, find someone who knows better than you, is doing it much more than you. Be cognizant of the vehicles of investment that are around you in your environment, because you can find that you might be very excited about investing and then someone says stocks. If you feed on a lot of information that is US based, stocks is a thing. When you come to the local market here right now in Uganda, it's a thing, but it's not as much. Anyway, so I hope this makes sense. I hope I'll be seeing you in the next video. Adios. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be bringing this and more, but I'm mainly inclined to talk about strategy, and somehow we end up on the money side somehow. Even with any business, I do strategy management, so I can actually help any person who is building a business to build a plan towards the growth of your business, so that you can track whether you're growing or not, create goals for the business, and create metrics and a system to gauge your progression as you grow. If that's any of your interest, just DM me. I'm on Instagram, Kevin Makasa, same as this channel. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Again, adios.